What advice would I give homemakers to improve the chances of their day getting off to a good start? Well, after 50 plus years of homemaking, I would say to clean your kitchen. And that task starts the night before. And you've got to have a good nighttime kitchen cleaning routine that you can accomplish in about 15 or 20 minutes. Whether all you're doing is enjoying a cup of coffee before work or you've got breakfast to make for your family, a clean kitchen allows you to do that without worrying about the remains of yesterday. And your nighttime kitchen cleaning routine should start immediately after dinner, and you should get your family involved as much as possible. That way, they know that keeping the house is everyone's responsibility. So here are my suggestions for a nighttime kitchen cleaning routine. Step 1 is to put away any leftover food. And here's the thing. It is important that you have the necessary containers to do this with a minimum of fuss. You don't want to be looking through your cabinets playing search and seize, trying to find a lid for a particular bowl. You want to have storage containers that make this task easy. I like the Rubbermaid Brilliance containers because the lids lock in place and they stack easily in my cabinet. Step 2 is to wash the dishes. Get the table and counters cleared off, then scrape, rinse, and load the dishwasher. If you're hand washing dishes, wipe the counters down first. That way you can set the clean dishes out to dry on the counter. Step 3 is to clean your stove. I like to clean my stove before I wipe down my counters because sometimes, depending upon what's what, I might get the counters messy again. So I like to clean the stove or the microwave before I wipe down the kitchen counters. So here's the thing. Cleaning the stove is not my favorite task to do. When I was a girl, we had a gas stove. And depending upon whose night it was to wash dishes, it got cleaned better than others. So I always felt like I was scrubbing and scraping at that gas stove. And of course, I brought those negative ideas about cleaning the stove with me into my own home. So whereas I would wipe it down, I didn't always clean it as well as I should have. So sometimes I would spend the weekend scrubbing the stove. Now I clean my stove every night, and more importantly, I have the tools I need to clean the cooktop and get it done in a few minutes. When we bought this stove, it came with a kit that included the Heinemann cooktop cleaner, a scraper, and a scouring pad. I make sure to keep these things on hand at all times. Step number 4 is to wipe down the microwave. Even if you use a microwave plate cover, spills can happen, so a quick wiping down of this much used appliance is a good idea. And if it's time to do a deep cleaning, just set a bowl of water with about a tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice in the microwave and turn it on for 2 or 3 minutes. The steam bath that follows loosens up any food or debris that's in there and makes it easy to wipe out. This is also a good time to wipe down the fridge handle. You'd be surprised at the stickiness you might find there. Step 5 is to wipe down your kitchen counters. And this is a good time to do a clutter stop, and by that I mean to take anything that doesn't belong in the kitchen out. You're not decluttering, you are simply removing things that already have a home and putting them where they go. And it doesn't mean you're running all over the house. You can start by putting things in a basket or a box and setting them aside. Then, once you're done in the kitchen, you can take those items where they belong, or you can delegate that task to a family member. But get those counters cleared off and then wipe them down. Step number 6 is to wipe down the kitchen table. Now, I like to wipe down my kitchen table after I've cleaned my kitchen counter. I don't know why, that's just the order I like to do it in. You can choose the order that works best for you and your family. And if you're delegating that task to another family member, they can be wiping down the table while you're taking care of something else. The important thing is that you just get it done. Step 7 is to clean the sink. So give it a good scrub and then dry it out. Some nights the garbage disposal might need cleaning. If so, take care of that. Step 8 is to sweep and mop the floor. And I will admit that whereas I sweep the floor every night, I don't mop the floor every night. It just depends upon what I see. Mopping the floors is something my husband usually does, but if you have children or pets and your kitchen floor gets a lot of spills or stickiness, you might need to mop the floor every night. And here again, I suggest you have the tools you need to get this job done quickly and easily. I like the Swiffer Wet Jet. It's lightweight and it's easy to use. The two things I like best about it are the swiveling mop head that lets me get into corners and under the table, and the disposable mopping pads. Now let me reinforce this point. If you can, get everyone involved in the after dinner cleanup. You are teaching important homekeeping skills to your children, which they will thank you for later. And when I was a young mom, I assigned my children to wash dishes. They had a day or a week, but they washed dishes and they heavily resented that task. And as I said earlier, when I was a girl, I had to wash dishes and I had a week or a night or whatever assigned, and I heavily resented that task. So I realized today that I could have saved a lot of stress and anxiety in our home if we would have all been in the kitchen together taking care of those after dinner cleanup tasks and those chores related to cleaning the kitchen. There's an old saying that many hands make light work, and it's true. So if I hadn't been in the kitchen with them, maybe scrubbing the stove while they were washing the dishes and the other one was cleaning the table, we would have got it done a whole lot quicker with a lot less stress. So as Maya Angelou says, when you know better, you do better. For more homemaking and homekeeping tips, watch this video next.